Okay, so in this video we're going to go through an example, a couple examples, well, 3 examples, and we're going to use the slope formula. We're going to find the slope of these lines, okay? So now, before I begin, so let's talk about a little bit of critical thinking. The last time I said, look, if the x values are the same, right, that means the difference between those two values are going to be 0. And if the difference in the x values is 0, then we're going to have a slope that's undefined, right, which means we're going to have a vertical line. If the y values are the same, that means the numerator is going to end up being 0, and we have a slope that's equal to 0, which means we have a horizontal line. So those are little tricks that, hey, if you look at a couple of points and you see that, you know what kind of line you're dealing with. Okay? If neither the x values are the same, the x coordinates, and nor the y values, y coordinates are the same, then you've got a slope, right? So now notice that here we've got the x values are the same, so I know this is going to be an undefined slope. Over here we got these two y coordinates are the same, right? And these are different, so the x coordinates are different, but the y coordinates are the same, so I know I'm going to end up with a slope of 0 for that one. Okay, but let's use the slope formula nonetheless. Okay, and of course this is going to have a positive slope because neither the y coordinates nor the x coordinates are the same. So let's just apply the formula here. So we're going to take, again, change in y over change in x, rise over run. So it doesn't matter what I choose for my first point. So let's just use this one. So I'm going to do the difference in the y, so I'm going to do 8 minus a negative 3. Now since I'm doing 8 minus negative 3, I'm going to now do negative 4 minus 2. So notice how I'm being consistent in how I subtract, okay? So if I'm going to do 8 minus negative 3, then I'm going to do negative 4 minus 2, okay? And so now I'm going to simplify. So this becomes 8 plus 3, right? If you want to do a little bit of simplifying here, this is minus 4, negative 4 minus 2. So I'm going to take away 2 more, so that's going to give me negative 6. So I get what? I get 11, negative 11 over 6. Okay, so I get a negative 11/6 as the slope. And then I'm done, that's it. That's the answer. Okay? Now what about this one? Let's do the slope formula again. So m equals, I'm going to do the difference in the y's, so 7 minus negative 4, and 2 minus 2. And so notice that I get what? I get 11 over 0. So this is undefined. Okay, and I'm done. And then finally, if I use, again, this slope formula, I get negative 3 minus negative 3, 5 minus negative 2, and of course this gives me negative 3, well, 0, right? It's going to be 0. Negative 3 minus negative 3 is, I get 0. And then this becomes 5 plus 2, which is 7. And of course, this is 0. And so I get a slope of 0. And that's it. So that's how you use the slope formula to find the slope between 2 points, assuming that they're being connected by a straight line.